October 8th to 12th, Barbados hosted the 15th Caribbean Week of Agriculture under the theme, Strengthening Agriculture for a Healthier Future in the Region. The annual event provides a forum for ministers of agriculture, chief agricultural officers, planners, regional organizations, and other key agricultural stakeholders to meet and discuss major issues affecting the sector and to derive solutions targeted at the repositioning of agriculture to align with health goals. Principal Investigator, Director of the George Allen Chronic Disease Research Center, Professor Alafia Samuels, updated participants on the new IDRC-funded UE-led project, Improving Household Nutrition Security and Public Health in CARICOM, or FAN.
We had a strategic approach that we would be looking for meetings of Ministers of Health in CARICOM, of Ministers of Agriculture in CARICOM, and Ministers of Education in CARICOM. So the health is okay because we usually meet with the ministers once a year anyway, and they're fully updated. So we took advantage of the Caribbean Week of Agriculture because that brings together the ministers, the permanent secretaries, the chief technical officers, and we offered to make a presentation to update them on the project so that they could know what was happening, and so that in the 3 project countries, they would have heard it at this level, but also in the non-project countries, they would know it's going on, and so later on when they hear the recommendations, they would be familiar.
We would be very interested in supporting that. You're the chair of your country.
There was a lot of discussion, particularly around school feeding programs.
We did a PowerPoint presentation sort of outlining what the issues are. You may recall that in 2007, a couple months after the Heads of Government Port of Spain Declaration, the Ministers of Agriculture of CARICOM issued a St. Anne's Declaration, which was very much mirrored on the Port of Spain Declaration and spoke about all the things that agriculture wanted to do in support of the initiative to improve healthy eating in the region. So they already made the commitment, and I think that their interest is there. But you know, agriculture faces a lot of challenges in the region. The food import bill has skyrocketed. The cost of doing business has increased in terms of the inputs into farming and that sort of thing. And the most recent thing we are hearing now is that the farmers are being encouraged to come out of food production to go into coffee for export. So some of the land maybe that's now being used to produce food for consumption may in fact no longer be available for food.
I asked Professor Samuels if the region had made significant strides in agriculture since the St. Anne's Declaration in 2007.
Well, I don't think there has been a formal evaluation of the St. Anne Declaration, but what we all know is that unhealthy eating is increasing in the Caribbean, that the unhealthy imports are increasing, that local production is declining. That's a known fact. So it's not looking so good.